Going for two live. Welcome to the B League's Pick'em show again in small form because, as we know, me in small doses is better than an hour of rambling. As always, this is a prop show based on Underdog Fantasy. As always, Underdog Fantasy, that's what we want. Going for two live. We have a nice little affiliation with them. Use promo code GF2 for 100% matching deposit up to 250 big ones. Look, this is an easy one for me. We're going to talk about props for the early slate of games on Sunday morning, week one of the NFL season. That's the 1 p.m. kickoff games. That's what we're going to look at. And look, we're going to talk about a couple props that I like for those. And look, it's still, I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's August 23rd, I think. It's Friday night and I'm recording. So this is about a week or two later. But look, we're going to talk about a couple props that I like that popped up off the screen that I think might be a winner for us. We're going to talk about Homerville. That's population me. We're going to look at Malik Neighbors of the New York Giants at home against the Minnesota Vikings for receiving yards over 56.5. Look, I don't want to bring up the last time Daniel Jones played the Vikings, but I don't know. Maybe it was a playoff game and maybe he threw for 300 yards and a couple of touchdowns. I don't remember. It might have been a year or two ago. No one's really talking about that, but let's just say that happened. Maybe it happened. I don't know. Look, this might be the lowest line we get for Malik Neighbors this year. That's where I'm starting off at this point. So first of all, I want to take advantage of that. I also like him for maybe over 5.5 receptions as well. Let's go with this too, so we can say he's going to hang out around about 11 yards of reception. I like that for him as well. But at the moment, that hasn't dropped. Only his receiving yards have dropped. And we're talking about a guy that's going to walk into like maybe 8 to 9 targets a game. And this kid can go off. I love that for him. Week one against the Vikings, who, let's face it, they were one of 5 teams that gave up over 300 receiving yards, 3,000 receiving yards to wide receivers in 2023. I can see the Giants getting off to a very good start against the Vikings and Sam Darnold. Look, pick number 2, revenge game, I guess. Arthur Smith. We're looking at Russell Wilson with his passing yards for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Arthur Smith's back against the Falcons. And we're going to go under 211.5 passing yards at Atlanta. Now, that kind of seems like a weird one to go with because 211.5 passing yards. Look, Russell Wilson last year for Denver was okay. He was actually doing all right. I still don't know why Sean Payton benched him, but he was doing okay in terms of the passing yards department. In that regard, I really don't know what to expect here because we know that Arthur Smith is very much capable of benching his quarterback at any fucking time he wants, right? We saw him do that in Atlanta with Ritter and Heineke and whoever else they were playing there at any point. But, you know, I wish I was joking, but I'm not. I really have no faith in what Russell Wilson is going to do week one. After a real dismal preseason, I really think that might be a rough way to go. The Falcons have beefed up their pass rush. I'm expecting turnovers, and the addition of Justin Simmons is a big one for me as well. I can't get behind them this week, and I feel like it might be a control type of game. Wilson going for over 211.5. I just don't see it happening. Pick number 3 was a tough one to get behind as well. I'm going Travis Etienne lower than 63.5 rushing yards at Miami. And why I'm doing that, look, this game has chaos written all over it, but let's go up off on who's up against, and that's the Dolphins, who gave up the 5th fewest rush yards in 2023. And in case you think this is a game where his receptions might come up because the game blows up, no, they gave up the 5th fewest receptions to running backs as well. They're really stingy against the running back position. And obviously, no, Vic Fangio is not there, and it's going to be a different team and how they produce, but really not really. I don't see that happening. And look, if they want to go vertical, the Jags, look, they've got Brian Thomas, Gabe Davis now, Evan Ingram. They got guys that they can go long, frequent to, and I kind of feel like that might be the way that they go this week. And rushing yards with Etienne, look, normally I like him, but Miami, tough defense to run on, and I feel like that game might just get out of control real quick, where they just don't really go to the running back that frequently. I'd probably like him for unders on rush attempts as well. So just to recap nice and quickly for the morning games on Sunday, the 1 o'clock kickoff games, we're going to recap that. We're going Malik Neighbors versus Minnesota over 56.5 receiving yards. We're going to go Russell Wilson at Atlanta under 211.5 passing yards. And pick number 3, Travis Etienne, lower than 63.5 rushing yards at Miami. Now, you can follow me at the B League Says. You can find me over in our Discord, as always, underdogfantasy.com. Promo code GF2 for 100% matching deposit up to 250 big ones, I think. And if, in case you're wondering that those numbers are a little bit different, again, check the ticker down here. I'm recording this a week and a half, 2 weeks early. So this is going to come out a little bit later. Please use common sense when it comes to your props. If you have any issues with it, please tag me, find me, ask me questions. I'm more than happy to answer them going forward.